It's a new year and it's still the off season. So what the heck am I doing here in January making an F1 video? I should be relaxing. I should have my feet up. I should be by the pool. I should be reading the paper or reading something on my iPad with a little cocktail with a little umbrella, some kind of citrusy cocktail. But no, I'm here making this video because stuff's been going down. First thing I wanted to talk about, this isn't the focus of this video. The focus of this video is going to be stupid F1 team names, but I have to call this out. Let's roll some tape. This is incredible. I never have moments like this. I really need to make the most of it. This is from the podcast that we did with Box of Neutrals to close out last year. Went live December 20, so it was recorded a few days before that. We're talking about what is Haas still doing in Formula One in their current form, what's their plan, and how are they going to succeed. And here's what I brought to the conversation. Have a listen to this.
I'll throw out something out there that might be a hot take, and everyone may disagree or everyone may agree. But let's say Haas stick around for another 5 years.
Yes.
Gunter's got to go.
I think there'll have to be changes. Like, if it's in 5 years and there's no improvement, someone will have to make that call. And don't get me wrong, I like
But
Gunter
I
Steiner.
can't see it happening. That's what I mean. Like, they don't
Yes.
have that ability to be like, we're here to win, and if you're not going to be part of that, then see you later.
Well, I couldn't agree with me more. Absolutely calling it that if Haas are going to stick around in Formula One, Gunter Steiner has to go. Sorry, Gunter. I liked you. I was a Gunter fan. I was a Gunter stan, you might say. But I just knew that Haas didn't have a future. The direction under Gunter was not going to suffice, and he had to go. And just weeks later, Gunter Steiner announced as being shown the door from Haas. Harsh, maybe a little bit. Haas, also maybe a little bit. But it's what the team needs. And he's hoping that team it's onwards and upwards for the rest of them. The main topic du jour today is team name announcements. We knew that there were a couple of teams that were changing identity for this year. There were a couple of team names that were around last year, have been around for a couple of years, but weren't going to be around next year. We knew this. We were prepared for this. So we said goodbye to them last year. But it's been absolutely cray-cray what's been going on lately. So I wanted to dive into some of that. First, we've got to talk about Alfa Romeo. They submitted to the FIA a team name, and that list of team names was released by the FIA, and it caught everybody off guard. This happened over the December period, I think. And the team name that came out was Stake F1 Team Kick Sauber. And it was rightly ridiculed and dragged and roasted on social media for being absolutely stupid. Doesn't sound anything like a Formula One team name whatsoever. This was their reaction. This is me posting on Threads. What's going on with the team names for real? Here's the Alfa Romeo, but then still called Alfa Romeo Stake Team announcement on their social media platform. It seems our recently released team name has been getting a lot of attention. While we're not ready to unveil the final result yet, we are aware of what's going on. We are aware of what's at stake. Wink. Rest assured we're on a mission to unleash the most exciting team identity this team has ever seen. Gone are the days of the short and sweet. We're cooking up a feast. Whoa, they know how to sizzle it. They really lean into the whole steak puns. That won't be the last time they do that. But this was them saying, imagine if you called your name Steak F1 Team Kick Sauber. I mean, imagine if that was the real team name. You all thought that was our real team name? Oh my God, we got you. Rolled hard. We steak rolled you. Number one, that's the name they submitted. So what are we all supposed to think? Of course that was the name. And they can say we're still finalizing our name or whatever, but that was the name you submitted. If that wasn't your name, why did you submit that name? They immediately backpedaled and said, haha, no, kidding. That wasn't even our real name, as if we would do that. Then this, again on their social media account. Just when you thought the sizzle was over, we're about to raise the stakes, wink, even higher. Serving 1st of January 24, and the Matt LeBlanc meme, everyone expecting a basic team name, everyone when the FIA dropped our team name. They're very much like, we are a joke, but we're in on the joke. I just don't know if I buy that. I don't know if anyone else buys that. So here is what happened when the team finally released their real, for realsies this time, name. Stake F1 Team.
Hi everyone, we're here in Switzerland, and for 2024, we're kicking it up a gear.
You could say we're raising the stakes.
Welcome to Stake F1 Team.
You could say we're raising the stakes. You could say that. I probably wouldn't. Kick and Stake. Obviously, Kick has been a team sponsor for a while. I think Stake has been for a little while as well. But now that the Alfa Romeo naming rights have run their course, they need a big team sponsor, a big name. And Stake and Kick are interconnected. If you don't know what Kick is, it's an online streaming platform, I guess like Twitch. People talk about it. I've never used it. I've never watched anything on Kick, but I understand that it's got to do something along the lines of cryptocurrency. And I think Stake is an online cryptocurrency casino. And then the point of Kick is that you watch streams of people gambling with their cryptocurrency casino money.
Cool.
I'm no fan of cryptocurrency. I don't think anybody should be buying into any of that crap. Don't buy NFTs. Don't gamble on speculative digital currencies. It's a great way to waste your money. So you're straight away gambling by investing in cryptocurrency. Then you're gambling at a casino. It's like, I just don't understand who is that low in their life and has that much money, who has failed so well that they have that much money to waste on something like that. But let's have a little bit of a deeper look at Stake. Who are Stake? Because when I Google Stake, stuff like this comes up. This from Australia's Channel 9. Still the one. High Stakes, wink. High Stakes is billionaire crypto gambling firm backed by music megastar Drake sued over name. I found this in Australia when I was trying to Google for Stake, and they said you can't sign up for Stake. You can't do it because they're not licensed here. And there's also something else already that's called Stake that is about investing in investments. However investments work. Someone let me know how that works. But they're being sued over the name Stake because there's already something called Stake. Stake bills itself as the leading online crypto casino where players can use Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and other cryptocurrencies to gamble on sporting events and online games, such as slot machines, like online sports like slot machines, blackjack, and roulette. Established by Melbourne, but hang on a second. Oh, I like them again. They're Aussie. Blah, blah, blah. They're backed by Drake, so they will win. They have all the money at their disposal. Not much more to go into about that. But what comes up when you Google Stake, especially if you get more into the digital realm and you get your sources of news from people who actually know what they're talking about this stuff. Stake.com cryptocurrency resumes operations after $41.3 million exploit. Whoops, that doesn't sound good. Stake cryptocurrency casino was exploited for $41.3 million following a private key leak. On-chain analyst says there's been multiple suspicious transactions detected. The victim wallet's holding a balance of $340,000 worth of ETH and $2.1 million in various altcoins, Etherscan data. Operations resumed 5 hours later with the company providing updates for clarity. This was someone pointing out, this is like, I guess they look into security matters, digital security matters, and they said, hey, Stake, you might want to have a look into this at this address of a digital wallet from someone who hacked them and stole tens of millions of dollars. So it's going well for Stake. They get sued, they get hacked, they announce a major sponsorship with a Formula One team that is the ridicule of the internet for the week.
You could say we're raising the stakes.
But now there's Stake F1 team, and people have pointed out, what happens when they go to a part of the world or a country where you're not allowed to advertise online gambling? You can't use Stake, so then their name will just be F1 team. So I hope everyone understands at those races, cheers on, F1 team, and they're two talented drivers, first name, last name, and first name, last name. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, they're not the only ones to have done, have a little bit of a brain melt and think about renaming themselves something that was silly and that nobody likes. Because you might remember that AlphaTauri were going to be going under a rebranding this year. And to a degree that's happened. Again, this might be a Stake F1 team kick Sauber situation, but the news is in. This from the fine people at motorsport.com. Links will be in the comments below. New AlphaTauri F1 name leak suggests the end of Racing Bulls title. So this was leaked last year that AlphaTauri was probably going to be renamed Racing Bulls, not Red Bull, Racing Bulls, I guess to draw a stronger connection with the sister team. Everyone was expecting an announcement that the team would be moving to Racing Bulls, although leaks of its new name on official team accounts suggest a final decision has been made that does not involve Racing Bulls at all. Maybe not at all, but it's not explicitly involved. Instead, Visa Cash App RB appeared briefly this week as a handle on official team accounts before disappearing. It is likely to have accidentally gone public as part of the team's efforts to get its branding identity ready to go live in time for any formal announcement. It is understood that the choice of RB at the end rather than Racing Bulls is final and is what will be used for the team name, which is expected to be confirmed prior to the official launch next month. The official entry list that was issued in December had RB featured in both the team and chassis name. Terrific. What team do you support? I support Stake F1 team Kick Sauber. Yeah, they're cool and all. I'm really kind of more of a Visa Cash App RB kind of guy. Like my father before me and his father before him. I mean, why can't we just have team names like Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes? No one's going to call Stake F1 team Kick Sauber that. They're going to call them Sauber. And everyone knows that. So why don't they just do it? What if you're not a fan of cryptocurrency or online gambling? What can you do? What can you even do? We don't have to look far for an example of what you could do. Not to stick the boot into stake. Formula One needs big investors of people with very deep pockets, global services that can utilize the unique global audience that Formula One has. I get it. Not all of those companies are going to be fabulous companies that everybody loves in the modern era. I get it. So what can you do about it? Here's what some people have done about it. This from The Guardian, a decade of making a difference. That's in Australia. Obviously, The Guardian overseas is very old. And a warning, this article is more than 6 months old. I guess this is to say things may have happened. Things may have changed since then. Chelsea fans voice opposition to sponsorship deal with online casino. Survey of Supporters Trust finds 77% oppose proposed deal. Sponsorship by streaming service blocked by Premier League. Chelsea supporters have expressed overwhelming opposition to a proposed shirt sponsorship with an online gambling casino that hails itself as a worldwide leader in crypto gambling. Imagine that. You know, I'm about to start a new online casino that is the worldwide leader in gambling with crustaceans. A survey of fans conducted by the Chelsea Supporters Trust, CST, has found that 77% disagree or strongly disagree with the proposed deal with Stake. An online casino and betting company as the primary shirt sponsor is not in line with the commitment of growing Chelsea FC as a world-class organisation. This is the classic, our values do not align move. We understand Chelsea's desire to maximise revenue streams across the whole club. Whilst we accept that it will happen, it must not take place at the expense of club's values.
We are raising the stakes.
It's important for fans to make their voice heard when things like this happen. This is why we boycott like the Saudi Arabia race and make us think about it when we do, because it's important that people understand that. And if you're going to boycott brands, there's really no point boycotting them but not making us think about it, because how is the message ever going to get across to anybody that that is what is really going on in the minds and hearts of people who care? If you're not keen on Kick or Stake, you've got to make it known. People obviously were ridiculing the name online, saying this is the stupidest name in the world. But we're still going to have Stake and Kick as sponsors in Formula One, and probably will for a long time. It's just that naming the team that crossed some kind of weird line that fans have for themselves. The thing is, it affected change. So this is why it's so important to get behind these kind of movements. This is why it's so important to make videos like this. This is why it's so important to get the word out there. If you're not happy, make a fuss about it. Don't buy the t-shirt. Tell people you're not buying the t-shirt because you don't want to advertise cryptocurrency across your chest when you walk around. We got to do this. We got to say all these things. But lastly, to close on a positive note, I have a solution. I have a solution for what the team can call itself, which will solve all of their problems. It's a little bit like the Chelsea thing. If this is about selling t-shirts or getting money to put branding on t-shirts that we want to sell, here's the perfect solution. Forget all about Stake F1 Team Kick. Forget about Stake F1 Team. Sauber should call themselves Chicago Bulls Sauber. Chicago Bulls is everywhere. It's a strong brand. People already buy t-shirts with Chicago Bulls stuff all over it. That's a license to print money, I'm telling you. I don't know why it's up to me to come up with all these good ideas, but it is.